Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We're kicking off a brand spanking new Corellian campaign. We're going to try another attempt at a two-player campaign where we are each controlling 3 fleets, so certainly not a lot to wrap your head around or anything. We're going to walk through the rulebook here because it's been a while for Andrew, you know? You may see a familiar name in the playtesting credits, but it's been a while. So, without further ado, we've already built our fleets. We've already followed those rules. Alright, then it's place bases. Now, part of that, there's some real decision making to be had here, right? So let's talk about what all the cool things get you. If you remember, Andrew, this yellow number is additional resources you get at the end of the round. You get 25 points per base, I think. Is that right? Let me make sure. I think it's 25 points per base and 0 points for an outpost.
Mine are all bases.
Yours are all bases, so it's relatively straightforward for you. So you'll have less overall than I will. Let me make sure I'm right on those numbers. But yeah, 25 resource points per base and 5 points per rebel outpost, plus the bonus here. So the rebels early on could catch up on these, except that you both get Corellia, which is the only one worth plus 20. And the first choice, so something like Corfi is a good choice with plus 19. So then you're also looking at the strategic effects. So repair yards gives you overall 15 additional refit points at the end of the round. Each fleet gets 30 by default, so that essentially gives, for each repair yard you have, each fleet gets 5 additional points to repair. And if you remember, you pay half the cost to get something unscarred. Your refit points can only be spent to fix things, not on upgrades. So that's actually pretty handy, especially if you have a couple of those. So moving on, let's look at some of the other strategic effects. Spynet is super cool. There's a couple here with Spynet. Spynet, let's see, where is one? The Spynet. There you go, Center Point has it. Spynet, at the start of the round, you'll get a token, and you allocate that out to one of your fleets. And then that fleet, after all deployment is done, it can spend that Spynet token to move one of its ships or 2 of its squadrons. So you could plop a ship down and be like, ooh, I got out deployed, and then move that ISD. Pretty handy for big ships. Craig used it pretty well.
I doubt it.
Nah, yeah, he's terrible. Just kidding, Craig.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Yeah.
I love Craig.
Yeah.
Why would I say that? I hope he's watching. Okay, so you can also get the skilled spacers. Skilled spacers are interesting. For each skilled spacer token you have, before a battle, you can spend that token to swap one of the objectives in your fleet before a battle. So like, let's say I have superior positions, and I come up against you, and you have like 12 ships with like 12 defenders. So obviously you couldn't quite have that, but you know, where it's like, wow, you could actually turn that objective around on me.
Yeah.
I could spend a skilled spacer to be like, yeah, we're not going to put that objective in there. So it's before the other person picks.
Gotcha.
So pretty handy there. Diplomats, you get a token to put in a neutral territory where the other player can't attack that turn. So like you can be like, dang, Steve's fleets are really banged up. He's probably going to want that repair yards, but
Right.
these diplomats are going to go there, so no battles can happen at that turn. So those are the 4 things. So, that being said, you get to choose first where one of your bases is. You get a free base at Corellia, and you're going to get, I think, 3 more bases. So you get to put 1 now, and then I have to put a base and an outpost.
When it says plus 3 objective cards, what does that mean?
Oh yeah, so when we fight a battle at a place, that's what objective cards we use. If it says plus 3 objective cards, it means you use the fleet's objectives.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll be like plus 2 objectives and...
Yeah, I think I saw plus 1.
Yeah. So this one, you would have the independent station and one of yours, which the defender gets to pick which one. And so then the pool is independent station and that one.
And did you say what asteroids is, or is that just a specific?
It's another objective.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like Corfi is the obvious choice. Am I wrong?
I
I
mean,
mean, it doesn't have a bonus, so I guess there's that.
it doesn't have a bonus, but 19 points is pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's almost equivalent to something that's a little less with repair yards, though.
Right.
Like Nubia is pretty good over there too. See, it's 16 up in the top right, plus repair yards. So it's pretty good. I think both of those are good. I think Corfi overall is better because having those points can be either spent on refit or on new upgrades versus repair yards, which is only for refit.
Right. Did you explain the victory points?
Yeah, so the victory points are when you win a battle, you get 1 victory point. Unless you attack and destroy a base. If you attack and destroy a base, you instead get the green value and destroy the base.
Okay.
I hate that it's +2 because it's not in addition to the 1.
Okay.
It's instead of the 1,
Yeah.
which threw me for a loop, I think, in our first campaign.
So I guess when picking a base, a high number of that is a bad choice, right?
Oh, Cal's here. And
Good.
he didn't like what we said. He actually said Die Maydeen. I don't know who he's talking. I think, is that German?
I have no
Die
idea.
Maydeen?
I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go with Corellian.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good choice. So now, and the wording is a little bit ambiguous on whether I like choose my bases now and choose which things are outposts, but I think one of these is going to be a base and one of these is going to be an outpost, so I will write that in secret. I'm going to think for a second. I think I'm going to go for the 2 repair yards / high resource places. See, Sabering Asteroid Belt has a repair yards and it's worth 16, and Nubia is kind of the same deal. So these are just rebel presents. I like how well secured this
Do
is.
they go under the Rebel Christmas tree?
What was that?
Rebel presents
Uh-huh.
under the Rebel Christmas tree?
I don't follow.
Yeah, see, and
It's like the word presents. Alright, so hold on, before you do anything, I gotta secretly, I mean we can keep track of this if we want. Your bases are at Corellia, Loom, and Corfi, right?
yes, sir.
And then I have either a rebel base or an outpost at the asteroid belt or Nubia.
And the only difference is the amount of points.
And if you attack it and it's a base, we play one of the base defense missions. If it's not a base, we play one of the regular objectives.
Word up.
Okay, I'm ready.
Does location matter in any way? Like where?
No.
Okay.
Hyperspace, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never
Our
seen
reflections.
Star
ooh,
Wars. They weren't supposed to see our face.
Yep.
That's how I run my can.
Now people can see that Maydeen face in there.
Maybe he's born with it. So I'll go to
Maybe it's Maydeen.
Duro, I suppose.
Cool.
Seems to be the goodest choice.
Duro or Durant. There is no try.
Duran.
Alright. Skilled Spacers is good. Ooh, that's a 17? I missed that.
Me too.
I
Hey,
missed
wait,
that.
back up.
No, that's okay. Let me take a quick... I kind of want to monopolize all the repair yards, to be honest. Because right now I see another big one with repair yards. Well, Zyqueen is only 11.
Yeah, I wonder if I should. So, but I do get some points automatically. Just
Yeah, each fleet gets
Yeah,
30
yeah.
points,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
what
can
we-
spend your other points too. Skilled Spacers, what are they again? Oh yeah, they're the ones that let you change around your diplomats. I don't care about a diplomat. Spynet is tight, but they're only +4. Let's center point is only +5.
that was my last pick, right?
Yeah. No, you'll get one more. You get Corellia for free,
Oh,
and then 3 more. Basically, one per player. And our players here are fleets. Alright, I'm gonna be greedy and go for Zyqueen, I think. Zyqueen 2 is +11 and repair yards, which seems pretty good. And then I think I'm also gonna just go for the high yellow number and go for Crash's Drift, which is +13 and also skilled spacers. Let me fix this color. Now, real quick, before you do anything, let me pick between Crash's Drift and Zyqueen for my base. Alright.
torn between just going for more points and. I guess I should do this repair yards here. Repair yards with 12 is decent.
Oh yeah, repair yards with 12. I missed that too. That's okay.
What a gentleman, letting the lady win.
Well,
The Wookiee lady win?
I do derive my self-esteem from playing classic spaceship games, so
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I completely dominate you.
Judging by how much you cheat.
Oh man, I missed this plus 15 one. I'll take that. It's got no specialty, but do I get greedy, go for the next highest? I see a plus 10. I guess this is the right decision to be making. Man, I really want a spy net. What's the most expensive spy net? 4, 5. Are those the only 2 spy nets? Is there another one? Yes, 4 bond, but it's a +2. You know what? Yeah, the rebels have infiltrated Center Point Station, man.
What did you say Spynet does again?
Spynet is you get a token where you can redeploy a ship at the start of a game. So I think that's it. So that's the state of play. So let me just update that. Oh man.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, you trying to cheat or something?
Kinda. Learn from the best.
Or maybe the worst because we're talking about it so much.
Yeah.
Okay. My secrets have been committed to memory. I'm going to eat and swallow this piece of paper now. And now we start declaring attacks.
Change it as it benefits you.
I do believe the rebels have the first deployment when we're tied. Besides that, it's whoever has the least amount of campaign victory points. So we're at 0-0, and I think the rebels win initiative, but I could be wrong. I just want to double check that.
Well, you need all the help you can get. So.
Yeah, I really do. Yep, rebels declare first. Alrighty. You know, I don't have a cool way to mark where battles are on the board. I kind of need to do something like that, don't you think?
Probably.
We'll have to see if we can come up with something.
It's
Just
just
so like little explosion markers or something would be real cool.
we use stated on black.
Yeah, that's one way. That's only one way to go. I got it. Check this out.
Nice. Thanks, Fantasy Flight Games.
FFG and their cardboard, man. Where is my...
Can I grab a piece of paper off of you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Out of this paper tray?
Yeah. Do you need to write something?
I would like to at least jot down the main parts of my list so I can remember what I actually...
Oh, we can print them off if you have them on Armada Warlords.
Okay.
We'll print it off before we play. Okay, so I declare the first assault. You know what? I really don't want to attack one of your bases off the bat. We discovered the base defense things are tough.
Yeah.
So instead... Oh, do you remember your special assaults? Let's talk about that real quick. One of your attacks each round can be a special assault, which is basically a way to make extra cheese. You can do a show of force. You pick anywhere not on one of the trade spines or in the center, and you attack, and we play a special scenario where I get 2 stations, and for each station you destroy, you get 40 points.
Gotcha.
And then my special thing is a hyperlane raid where I hit you one of your trade routes, and we basically play that blockade run mission with you being the second player, like running the blockade. And so I get money for ships of yours that I destroy.
Cool. So I guess it does make a little bit of a difference where you put your stuff.
It does.
But I don't think it would change anything. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Cal. Okay, so you know what? Just to kick things off, I am going to declare a special assault. And I'm actually going to attack at Raiders Point. Alright? And I have to declare who's attacking, and I can't remember my fleets right now, so let me think for a second. I have Akbar, I have Maydeen, and I had Dodana. So I'm going to attack Raiders Point. We should probably keep notes. I'm going to attack Raiders Point with... So I'll be first player with Dodana. I'm attacking Raiders Point with Dodana. So you now declare who you're attacking, or who you're defending with.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to jot down my joints.
And by the way, the lists are public at this point, so like you would be able to look at my list and think about, you know, what you wanted to do.
Okay.
Do you want to see it?
Sure. And this is the one you said is the blockade run, right? So it's a
This is the blockade run,
thin
yep.
map,
Yep, it's a thin map.
but everything else is the same. We play for who
Mm-hmm.
points, whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it's still the same, except you get like different, this slightly different scoring, Like at the end, I get resource points that I get to spend rather than victory points, and if I win, I do not get a victory point.
Gotcha.
I think if you win, you still do. And by the way, the reason I chose that place is because when you win a battle at a place, you can then build a base or an outpost there. I'm limited to 4 total bases. You're limited to 6, I think, and I'm limited to like 12 total outposts. But they cost, well, outposts don't cost anything to build, but bases do.
So I might do.
Alright, you want to see my battle list?
Yeah.
It does have a pelta, so you don't have too much to worry about. Nah, just kidding. Catch up on the chat. Wait, does that nav have nothing on it?
Controls?
What is nav?
Controls.
It's not Yavaris. How many points is that total? Okay, well, I guess it's not Yavaris. Fantastic. Nope. I'm gonna let it ride.
Squaddies.
Yeah. Dark lighter.
Is that your most squatty list?
Yeah.
I guess I want something squatty. Or not.
You tell me, man.
You get points for getting ships and. Right, the other way around.
I get points for killing your ships there, yeah.
Not
But
for ending in the.
you get points for ending. You're player 2 there.
Oh,
so you're trying to punch through the blockade. I'm the one trying to catch you in it.
So the more ships I get through, the more points I get. So the more ships.
To a limit of 4.
Okay.
Unlike the regular blockade one, in this one you get 4 tokens that you get to allocate to your ships.
Gotcha.
I think I'm gonna do my arcs.
Your Vaders? Your Vader list?
Maybe not. I only have 4 squadrons on that list. That's spooky.
Tough.
It's cool, man. Take your time. You know I don't care about the people watching the stream. You can just wait.
Especially if Craig's there. I mean,
Yeah.
the more of his time I can waste, the better.
Look, I mean,
That guy's a jerk.
what's he even doing here watching us playing that game?
Trying to learn something, I guess. From
Yeah,
me,
that's true.
I am very good. Well, it's not the mission I'm most or the list I'm most excited about, but I'm gonna do my VSD, Whisper, etc. list.
Cool. Who's the admiral there?
Monty.
Ooh, Marty.
Might as well give it a shot.
Oh, Maydeen. Here you go. Dodonna versus Marty. Special. Okay. All right. So now you get to declare your only declaration of attack this round. And your special thing, if you want to try to build up cheese, is to attack somewhere not on the trade routes. And we do a special assault where you have to attack and destroy 2 stations.
And the stations, if I remember right, they just sit there.
Yeah, they're 13 hull, no defense tokens.
So kill you and stations. Sounds very difficult. But I can do that once per round.
You do it once per round.
And is there any
I will
downside
say
to
this:
not succeeding?
if you don't succeed, I will get some points. I won't get. It's hard for me to get as many as you do, but I think in that one the winner gets 40, and then you get 40 for destroying a station. So if you completely crush me, destroy both stations, and win the battle, you get 120 bonus points. Otherwise, if you took out both stations but I still win, then you get 80 and I get 40 points. So like it can still kind of, I can still get some. Just like in mine, if you get fleets past me, you get those points instead of me.
Right.
So it can backfire.
Seems like without an advantage that it's very difficult right now. But I guess are you really gonna have a major advantage?
I found in the games that Craig and I played, having that early build flexibility was worth it. To be able to go into round 2 with extra points.
Alright, I'm gonna bust up on somewhere. And if I win this special assault, does anything happen with the? Do I get a?
You will have the option to build a base there.
And that's the only way you get an option.
That,
to win a
you,
battle.
yeah, you build bases where in places where you win battles. Simultaneously, if you beat me at Raiders Point, you can build a base there.
Right.
And that comes out of that fleet's money. So if you beat me there, Mahdi can spend 15 points to build a base there. If I win, Dodano's fleet can spend 15 points to build a base there.
Gotcha. Alright, well. Oh, we missed the repair yards. I'm gonna go for.
Did we now? Oh, no, I think it was just so cheap. That's probably a pretty good point.
Yeah.
Vagrin?
Yeah.
Alright, and who are you attacking with?
Oh boy. So I gotta blow up some extra stuff. I might go with my ISD list.
Vader might be okay, because those stations at long range have no defense tokens.
That's true. Alright. Yeah, I'll do Vader.
So Vader, and I will defend with, oh gosh, who do I have? Maydeen and Akbar. I'm not sure Akbar makes a lot of sense there. No, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to defend that with Akbar, I think.
4 squadrons.
Vader versus Akbar. It's a trap. That's what he says. You seen that movie?
Akbar? No.
We just watched
Is
Return
it-
of the Jedi. So I think I've told, like, Lydia's never really watched the trilogy all the way through. And she was pretty hyped. Like, after Empire, and then we went to see Rogue One, and then we watched Return of the Jedi, she's like, I mean, that one was kind of dumb. Yeah, it kind of is. Okay. And then I get to make my final, which is going to be Maydeen versus, who's your last one?
It is Moff Jerjerrod.
Oh, Maydeen versus Jerry. Jerry! Jerry!
My boy Jerbear.
I do love the Jerry. Alright, Maydeen versus Jerry, and I'm going to attack. Oh, where would be nice to have? I kind of want to. So I'm already attacking another place with Spynet. Is there a third Spynet? There is. Man, I like Spynet. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to attack the station. Also, this one has 2 missions I've never played before, so I kind of want to see those. They could be horrible for me. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, there it is. There's the state of play, everybody. We've got Dodana attacking Mahdi and raiding some hyperlanes. Vader trying to make a show of force against Akbar. And Maydeen striking at a hopefully abandoned space station where Moff Jerry is trying to catch him. So we're going to pause for a second while we get set up, and then we'll get playing the first game. Do you want to do these in the order we declared them, or we can play them in any order?
I'm
You got a
very much
preference?
impartial.
We might as well just play them as we declared them then, yeah? Cool. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a couple minutes once we get set up.
I like Lucky Run.
Yeah, Blockade Run is probably my favorite new edition.